here's what I've got. This is the Harbor Freight 5-drawer mechanics tool cart. I picked orange, guys, for regular viewers of the channel. Orange, I'm a Kubota man. I have a Kubota. Orange was an easy color choice for me, but they have all kind of colors. When you get it, I'd already taken it out, but this is the base of this thing right here. And the tool chest basically sets right in here. So I just pretty much picked this up, dropped it down over here. This has your casters in it. That was actually in a drawer. And some of those small pieces over there were in the drawers, and the long pieces were on top. This thing normally sells for $280. There's a 4-drawer version and a 5-drawer version. This is the 5-drawer version. Everything I read said get the 5-drawer. I, in particular, bought this with a 15% off coupon, so I got this for I think it was $237.99. You can't beat it, guys. Look at, I mean, this is like, I can't even begin to tell you how nice the finish is on it. And just, I mean, it's amazing. This top lid comes open. Well, I'll show you all that later. On the bottom of the base, you're gonna start out putting casters on. The nuts are the Nylox. I don't know if you can see that, but they've got the nylon in there. This is a 13 millimeter. So I got all the casters on. What you end up doing is you put 2 fixed casters on one end and 2 swivel casters on the other end. Let me tell y'all, anybody that's thinking Harbor Freight is cheap junk, no. Check this card out. On the swivel casters, this thing has grease fittings on the swivel casters. That's one thing I noticed. The other thing is, look how big these casters are. This is my hand right here. I mean, this is huge. They're lockable. And the other thing is that I really appreciate about this thing is the bolts and the hardware and everything. You can actually crank down on them. It's not like you feel like you're gonna strip them out or break them like a lot of this stuff nowadays. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this like angle iron light and we're gonna put it on the outside of this base. And they must have changed something. This thing's been around for a while. And when you get online, everybody says, make sure you notice how this hole here is closer to the edge on one side than the other. It's not directly in the middle. And they tell you how to orient this piece. But look here what I noticed on mine. It's got a sticker that says up. So that's awesome. So I think on this, I mean, obviously the manual tells you to do this, and I think I'm gonna do it, which is not tighten this all the way down until you're totally done with the project. The casters I did, because that's, you know, they just go on there and you're done. But this here, you know, you're gonna have to set the top down in here. So I feel like that is important to do that. The next step is to attach this tool tray, okay? This is like for holding aerosol cans and that kind of thing, PB blaster, all that. This is something that I do not believe you get with the 4-drawer tool cart. So this is a nice add-on to the 5-drawer. We're gonna take this support piece here with the lip going in, and we're gonna attach that to here, just like that. All right, there's our little shelf there. I think that'll be nice. Moving along here, I got the shelf on there. I attached the other side of this cross member here. Then you're just gonna do the front and the back same way with the cross member. I will say they've got these to where there's a gap back here, and this rail is able to slide down and fit on top of that rail. Seems to be a really strong connection that way. All right, guys, so now the next step is to put this bad boy down onto the cart. And let me tell you what, it is heavy. I would not recommend doing what I'm getting ready to do. I don't even know if what I'm getting ready to do is gonna work. But I'm gonna try to set that down in there by myself. Alright, so the issue is, it really needs to drop down and it's stuck on top of the angle iron. It's got little tab things on that bar. See that right there? It was right, now I've done messed it up. The tabs go on the other side of the toolbox, I believe. Yeah. Let me show y'all that. I was kind of thinking that these tabs that are on this cross member that are vertical, I thought they like went up under the toolbox and kind of locked into something under here. But what they actually do is they just hold it basically left to right on the outside. So if you come over here, see how they're dead on with it there? And everything will probably lock in better once I tighten all the bolts up. Remember, everything is super loose right now. It's heavy. I wouldn't recommend doing what I did, but I did get it on there. I don't really want to show you everything until it's all done, but man, this thing is super nice. The next step is to attach the handle, which is pretty self-explanatory. Use the bolts you've been using. It actually goes on the lower hole here, and it goes on the side that you put the swivel casters. So I had to get me a ratcheting wrench here for these because I couldn't get my ratchet down in there. Next thing we got to do is mount the handle. It just uses 2 screws from the back here. It comes with these little brackets. I'm assuming they're basically just like a stiffener, but you know, this whole chest isn't even bolted down right now to the uprights at all. So you're gonna put these on the inside, then you're gonna come through all of this with nuts and bolts. The only thing I noticed, the instructions aren't quite exact on this piece. You've already attached the handle down here, right there, but your brackets have to go on and utilize that hole as well. So I'll have to take that nut back off and just add this to it. Tell you what, it's not much room in here to get your fingers and get the nuts started and all that. I think this is almost something they should have you do before, but it's install the gas struts for the lid. The reason is these bolts back here, you kind of have to lift the lid up and get the bolts in from the back. And there was a couple other things as well. So we'll put the gas strut on here, and you're just using the nuts on this one. So there's an inside nut here. It's actually a 12 millimeter. You got to hold that while you tighten this outer nut up. Just like that. So we got the gas struts installed. Right there they are. And it's actually the last step. Well, the very last step is to go ahead and tighten all the hardware, which I do need to do because I left everything loose. But man, these gas struts are nice. Check this out. So there's the lid shut. Check that out. Very nice. So I'm done with the regular just assembly of the cart, just if you were to buy the cart and that's it. The struts are on, and I went through and tightened everything up. Now, the thing about Harbor Freight, which is cool, is they make all kind of accessories for their toolboxes. Some of which are custom for that exact specific toolbox, like this. This is a side tray, they call it. The side tray is compatible with the US General full bank cart and 5-drawer cart. So if you have either of those, you can use this. If you have the 4-drawer cart, they make a different version of this, but they still make it. And they just have accessories like that. The other thing Harbor Freight has is they have kind of like generic things that can fit on all the carts or tool or workbenches or any of that stuff. They're magnetic, they're US General. You buy the color of your cart. And I picked up 2 of these. I got these for a steal, so I just thought they'd be worth it. But this is a magnetic screwdriver holder, and it's got a little tray in there to put little parts as well. So here's the side tray, the way it comes out of that box. It's the tray, your nuts and bolts, and your instruction manual. So I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. It's one page here. If you're mounting it to the 5-drawer cart, and they show you, if you're mounting it to that other toolbox, they say it also fits, it's right here. But basically, I've got to take these 2 bolts, nuts off here, and the 2 off right here, and it's gonna mount to the side of this. This is awesome. It's heavy, heavy duty. Same nice paint job as on the tool cart. And all you do is just flip this up, flip that down, done. Now you don't have to use it, it's out of the way. You wanna put it up, lift it up, set that in there, good to go. You can set wrenches on there that you're using, whatever the case is. There is one thing I need to change, and that is I need to change where this included tray is. So I had thought when I put this cart together, I liked this tray better on this side. On that side, it seems like if you push it around, it could get in the way of your legs pushing it around. So this comes down, this folds down. You've got clearance here, and it does go in, but it's just kind of there like that. And if you have taller cans, they're gonna hit this lip, and you're not gonna have full utilization of this width here. So I'm gonna take this tray off and put it on the other side. Okay, so I made that quick change. I have the side tray that's included with the cart for the aerosol cans over here. And then I have the additional side tray I bought over here without that piece under there. So let's see. There, I like that better. The next thing to open up is this magnetic screwdriver tray. I haven't even opened this up, guys. I have no idea really what it looks like. Empty box, tray, magnets. Very nice. Like I say, people buy these for other things other than these toolboxes, but they're made for the toolboxes. So it looks like you got magnets here, and where it would kind of twist down on the toolbox, they've got rubber down here. Look at that. So that right there is what I see people doing with these. Then I can take my second one and put over here. So I got both of those magnetic screwdriver mounts installed. Very nice. I like them. I see no reason to not own the side tray. It is an add-on, but even at full price at $25, I mean, you've got such a nice tool cart here, and this thing literally just comes up out of there, folds down, and you're done. You don't have to use that anymore. You want to put it up, lift up, click that in, done. It says it holds 35 pounds too. You know, most homeowners and a lot of shops I've been into, the people just leave the lid up all the time and take advantage of this space. But if you were in a commercial setting and you were a technician or something and you close this, it will push down on these things right here when you close the lid, and that locks all your drawers. And it locks that automatically, so when that goes down, the drawers are locked. But you would lock the lid with this lock right here, and it comes with 4 keys. The other thing is that's unique, it takes a little bit of getting used to. So the drawers have a secondary lock, because you got to remember this is a roll around cart. Concrete might not be level, it might have holes in it, all this stuff. So the drawers don't just pop open, because that could be disastrous. Technician moving this around a big shop or something. But they have this, best way I can describe it, they have this kind of stuff here, plastic stuff down here, okay? And what you do is you move it one way, and it's almost like it's a second hand. You just put your hand under here, move it that way, and pull out. But what it's doing, you see that right there? That goes in and goes into that hole right there. So it is now locked in. When you pull out, it pulls that in and it comes out. The drawers are really nice. It comes with liners all the way around. There you go. Very nice, very nice. You've got the open area down here to store all kinds of stuff. Again, you got the side can tray right there. That does not come with the 4-door cart. All right, this thing is locked. I cannot push it, right? Won't move. But it will still swivel on the casters. Let me see if I can get a view of that. There you go. It will still swivel on the casters. See that? So they're not double locking, and that's what the double locking means. Now it won't push, but it will do that. In addition to this cart being deeper this direction and taller than the 4-drawer cart, and it comes with the side tray, and it comes with the extra drawer, I'm gonna tell you the #1 reason why I went with this cart. And I saw it on like one YouTube video. But let me get a big screwdriver out here. To me, this is an absolute deal breaker. This distance right here is shorter on the 4-drawer cart. This distance right here. See all these holes here? That's for storing screwdrivers and pry bars and everything else. This is a big one. This is a big flat blade I just happened to grab. But it goes in there. You have the exact amount of room plus a little bit extra, okay? That will allow that lid to come down. On the 4-drawer cart, if you have screwdrivers and things stored right here, and this is shorter, and these will stick up, you cannot shut your lid. And to me, that was a deal breaker, because like the guy said, he has a multi-purpose shop where he's doing woodworking, he's doing welding and grinding metal and everything else, and he did not want wood shavings or metal shavings or anything like that getting in this upper tray. So he wanted the ability to be able to close this, you know, and still be able to keep the tools here. If you had deep sockets here, that would actually also interfere with the lid. So I didn't want any of those problems, and I would say that was the #1 reason why I went with the 5-drawer cart. So the other day, these were on sale for $1.99, so I picked up 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, and I found these magnets on Amazon, and I want to say they were 6 magnets for 11 bucks or something. There's all kind of 2-inch magnets on there, but I'll put the link to these. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that I'm going to use all 3 on this cart, but I mean, theoretically, you could take your screwdriver, you could stick it there like that. You could put your sockets there that you're using, that kind of thing. But yeah, it just pops off. Right there you go, pop it back on. One last thing left to do on this thing, which is important because it's the whole reason I got an orange toolbox in the first place. Okay guys, so I moved my new cart right next to the makeshift thing I was using as kind of like a mobile tool drop zone. And I moved it side by side, and this, well, the whole intention of this was to replace this. All around, this is gonna be so much better. And it's on wheels, so I can just get this out of the shop now, because I was just having to pick this up and kind of scoot it to where I needed it. So anyways guys, I will put some videos up here that I think you might enjoy. If you decide to watch those, I will meet you over there. With that said, I appreciate you watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you again next time.